What is up, guys? Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start off with $1 and I'm working my way up to $1 million. Today, on day 282, we're sitting at $2,011. Before we hop into some details on the bankroll and some gameplay, I'm going to show the bonuses since the last episode. So to start off here, we have our weekly bonus from the website of $5.26. And then we have our monthly bonus for October of $5.69. And these are all over $5. Anything over $5 I'm showing on camera. On FanDuel, there was a promo where I had to bet $25, and then I get $25 in casino credits. So that's distributed originally at $10 on the first day that you place $25 in bets, which I'm gonna hit that pretty easily with our bankroll size. So I just opted into that challenge for that promo. Then you get $10 on the first day, and then you get $5 on the second day, and I think $10 on the third day. It's paid out over 3 days. So I placed $25 in bets, and then I got my $10 bonus for the first day. So I just take that over to Fly X, which is a very simple game. Put it on 1.01x just to cash out very easily there. And then I got my $5 bonus for the second day of that same promo. And I do on Fly X again at 1.01x, and it cashes out. And then I didn't get the third day yet because I'll probably get that today or tomorrow, so that's not in the video yet, but we'll see that soon. This next promo here was a deposit bonus, a deposit bonus on DraftKings. So I had to put in $60 to get $10 in casino credits. So I just moved over $60 from another casino app into this one, and we got $10 in casino credits. And then I take that on like the same type of game on a 1.01x, and it cashes out. So I have to keep that $10. So yeah, that's a lot of bonuses. Everything added up since the last episode. In bonuses, I got $31.79. Again, anything that's like under $5, I'm not showing on camera anymore. Actually, it's incorrect. I got $42.74. Yeah, I got $42.74. So a lot of bonuses, which helps boost the bankroll. Since last episode, we were at $1,970 when we left off, and now we're sitting at $2,011. And then Bitcoin also went up in price for this episode. You can see Bitcoin jumped up a good bit, so that's always good to see. Bitcoin's been very volatile recently, so it's gonna mess with our bankroll size a little bit. But on day 282, we're sitting at $2,011, like I said originally. So our 1% profit pool is $20.11. Our stop loss at 4% is $80, but again, I'm still using the 2% stop loss, so it's gonna be like $40. And then I'm still copying the original strategies that I did way back in the beginning of the challenge here. When I was on this crazy win streak, I'm copying these same strategies. So for purposes of day 282, I'll be going back to episode 5, playing day 18 and running that back, trying to make some profit today. So let's hop into the website and start gambling. All right, I'm pretty nervous for this one. This is a pretty hefty bet size. So we have our 2% stop loss up here of $40. And what I'm gonna be doing is taking 1.67% of our entire bankroll, and that's gonna give us $33.58. What I did on day 18 in this challenge was I did the wheel on a few spins, the big bet size like this, and then I actually lost a couple. So I pulled out one on Dragon Tower, I lost on Dragon Tower. Not playing Dragon Tower, so I'm gonna hope we can just run the wheel and clear this day pretty easily. Now this is pretty risky. What I'm doing is I'm on low risk on the wheel. I gotta get 3 wins, and that should be all we need for the day. But a loss is pretty likely. So 20% chance of a loss. We're running this 3 times. So if we hit 1 loss, we'll probably just call it, whether it's the first bet or the third bet, because I don't have enough room to double up with 2% of the stop loss. Usually I have like 4% to work with, but I'm not trying to double up and chase on this $33 bet size. So let's try to get 3 quick wins. Hopefully we can hit the white 3 times. If we hit the green, that'll help us out way more. But if we hit a loss, then we're just gonna call it. So we'll go for the first spin here. Okay, that hits. So you can see that's $6.72. I think we need 3 wins. It looks like it's not gonna get us the whole way there. So we'll see if we can get at least 3 wins and figure out what we'll do for the rest of the balance or the rest of the profit pool. So let's go for one more spin here, and we lose that. Yeah, so we only have $13 to work with, and I really don't want to try to chase that. So I'm just going to take the L there. That's not even 2% of the entire balance. It's a pretty small loss, honestly, from where we started. So it's like $27 in loss. Not terrible. I'm just going to take the L there. We've been on a pretty bad streak of trying to get our profit goal. So I'm just going to take a little loss today, and then we'll move on to the next day, take a little bit of loss, and try to catch that the next few days of the challenge here. Okay, so day 282 is a loss. We lost $27 about. Not terrible. Could have been a lot worse. Gonna take a little bit of an L there. I'd rather take a little L than a bigger L, so I'm cool with that. Moving on to day 283, we're sitting at $1,972. Bitcoin dropped like $4, and then I think I placed some futures and lost some bets here, so that's why the balance dropped a little bit as well. Yeah, FanDuel went down like $20. So yeah, it did drop from the loss, and then FanDuel a little bit. So we're sitting at 1,972. So our 1% profit goal is $19.72, and then our stop loss will be half of the $79 here. Okay, so copying day 19 of the challenge. What I'm gonna be doing is I got 2 mines set up on mines, and we're gonna be going for 3 clicks. I'm using 1% of the bankroll, the entire bankroll 1%, so we got $19.72. I'm going for 3 clicks, and the goal is just to get the profit goal doing this. So kind of risky because we're using a big bet size, but the idea is to use less bets with a bigger bet size. So the more you bet, the more the house edge kicks in. Talk about that a lot, but you know, it is a pretty big bet size. So if we do lose, it's gonna hurt again. But that's just the idea. That's how I started this challenge off. I was just doing these bigger bets compared to the bankroll size, and just doing like bigger size bets, but smaller betting amounts in the sense of like how many bets placed. So it is kind of risky in that sense that you could lose a bigger chunk if you get one loss. But the idea is to do smaller hands or smaller bets placed, right? Smaller number of bets placed. Gotta specify that instead of like the amount. So the bet amount is bigger, but the amount of bets placed are smaller. Okay, so we get 3 clicks, and I'm not sure what the exact multiplier will be with 2 mines. As long as we don't hit a bomb, we should be chilling. All right, I don't know what happened there. I had to refresh the browser. So we're doing $19.72 on 2 mines, and we're going for 3 clicks. So as long as we don't lose this, should be good. All right, so it's $5.63 profit. So we need 4 of those to hit the profit pool. So say we can win that 4 times. It's pretty risky. We're only doing 2 mines, so we'll see. It's not terrible. All right, there's 2. Just gonna do that 2 more times. Like I say, this isn't gonna be too bad. Okay. And then this last one, honestly. Okay, I think if we bring this down to like 975, it should be enough. I'm doing my math right on that. So let's try to get 3 more here. Is that enough? Oh, we're like 3 cents short. There we go. Okay, we got our 1% profit goal. A little bit over $20.43, and enter that in the sheet. Move on to the next day. Okay, so day 283 was a win. We got our $20.43, and then look, on the previous day, I only took that small loss of $27. So we only are down $7 after getting that one win. So we only went down like a little bit over 1% on the last day. So that's why I'm lowering the stop loss, because if I get a losing day now, geez, then it's not as bad. If I go from like anywhere from down 1 to 2%, I get 1% the next day. It's almost a break even, not quite. That's kind of the idea. That's why I'm lowering the stop loss. So moving on to day 284, the balance. I got some sports betting back, so we went up in FanDuel. We went up in DraftKings $12. FanDuel, we went up about $20, and then Bitcoin went up $11. So you can see the fluctuation, the balance happened a lot there, but we're sitting at $2,038, and then our 1% profit goal is $20.38. Our Our stop loss will be about $40. Okay, so copying day 20 of the challenge. I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm doing dice. We're doing my typical roll over 25. If I lose, I double up and we try to hit the green twice, right? So I did a bigger bet size, but I was using 4% stop loss. But now I'm only using 2%. So I'm doing enough. I'm doing a bet size enough that I can double up at least once. So $13. If I lose that, I'm down to about $27, and then I can double up and do a $26 bet. It is a little bit higher. It should be like a $17 bet if I kept it proportional. But again, I'm not using the 4% stop loss. So if I was using $17, that'd be about half of my 2% stop loss if I lost, and I wouldn't be able to double up at all. So that's why I'm not doing that. It's a little bit different, but the goal is to get 3 wins, and then we'll try to get the remaining little whatever's in change. We'll try to get the remaining a little bit different, but the idea is to get 3 wins. And if we get a loss, I have enough room to double up, but I can only do that once. And if I lose that bet, then we're done. So first one's a win, second one's a win. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's. I don't know if I want to flip this. We'll keep it as it is. Keep it as it is. We hit. Okay, nice. Let's try to go for one more win here. I'm gonna flip this to under, keep it at $13, and we hit it. Okay, so we still need about $4. I'm very hesitant to do this one more time. You know what? Just run it. Let's just run it. And we lose it. And we lose again. And we lose a third time. So we hit that. I can't even fully double this up. We lose it. I shouldn't have. Oh man, I was gonna do like a $2 blackjack hand or something. That was bad. That was bad. Okay, we're gonna take the L and just move on. All right, we went down $40.76. Move on to the next day. All right, so day 284 was a loss. We lost 2% of the bankroll, $40.76. Man, I tried it lower in the bet size too to be safe on that, and we still lost. We got 4 losses in a row on a 75% win chance. So that was pretty dirty. Pretty dirty, but you gotta, just gotta move on. You gotta move on. Overall in the video, we're still up. So we're sitting at day 285 at $2,028. Our 1% profit goal is $20.28. And then our stop loss will be like $40.50. And yeah, again, on the video, we're up so far, even though gambling, we're still down. This website is proving to us that we can just not profit on this website. It's very, very difficult to profit. We're down $400 on the website total. But if we lose today, we will be back below $2,000. So realistically, if we get a win today, we'll still be down in the video gambling. But I'd really like to end off above $2,000 for the next video. So we're gonna hop into the website, copy day 21 from the challenge. So let's get into it. All right, so looking at day 20 of the challenge. It was actually pretty risky looking back and watching the video because I'm watching it to copy it. What I did is I did these 2 columns here on low risk on Keno, and actually did a little bit of a bigger bet, but we're gonna use $10 as our base bet here. And realistically, we just need at least 2 hits, 2 tiles to get a 10% profit. The win chance though is 30%, so it's not the best odds. These odds are not that great. So there's a chance that we get 1, or I guess it does include the chances of the other ones. It's like total. Okay. I was thinking there's only a 30% chance that we can win it all, but I guess there's actually a way higher chance. Okay. So there's really a 17 plus like 4, it's like a 21% chance we just get a 0x. Okay. Never mind. I was looking at the chances wrong. Okay, so we need to get like, I think I got like 3 wins honestly on this, and then we hop over to the wheel if we can get some wins on this. See what we can do. These are some pretty big bets. I'm not gonna double up at all. If we do lose 4 bets though, we're gonna bust the bankroll. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's on instant bet. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. All right, try it again. Let's go 1.2x. We'll take that. Okay, it's 1.2x again. And there's a loss. Yeah, that's pretty big. It's pretty big. All right. See if we can get a couple more wins, come back a little bit. Okay. I don't want to run this too long because I feel like this can get kind of sketchy. And there's another loss. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It can get pretty sketchy. Now, if we did get like 6 or 7 or 8 hits on this, we'd get a 3.5, 13, or 50x. That'd be pretty sick. But that's asking a lot. Very slim chances of that happening. There's a 1.3x, not too bad. Even if we get like even if we can hit like 5 gems, it's still 1.8x. They're pretty good too. There we go. Okay. All right. I don't want to run this too long. I feel like this can get really messy. Get like 2 losses in a row. It's gonna wipe a lot of the bankroll or the stop loss. So we'll try to do. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. I think I'm gonna take that. We're up 12 bucks. If we lose, we'll be down to $2 in profit. So I think I'm gonna back out of here, hop over the wheel, trying to finish off the day on the wheel. All right, coming over to the wheel. Again, I keep saying these are pretty risky. It's just the bet sizes that are big. So if we get like 1 loss, it's gonna wreck us. But we're doing $20 bet size, and I'm gonna try to use low risk on the wheel. There's 10 segments here. Realistically, we have a 20% chance of losing this. But we're gonna go for 1 bet on this bet size, and then I'm gonna cut it in half for the next bet if we can win the first one. So see what this first one does here, and it's a loss. Oh, that hurts. I did double up on a loss, so that is an all-in bet. Does hit. Try to do it again, and we lose it. Okay, that's pretty tough, man. We got a lot of losses today. We're doing very safe bets too. A lot of these are extremely safe bets, like 75% win chance. This one's an 80% win chance, and we did 3 bets there, and we lost 2 of them. That's pretty nuts. Just a tough day. I don't know. A lot of the strategies, they were very safe, but you're gonna get losses. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna cut our losses, keep the $6.50 in the balance there, and take the $34 loss, enter that in the sheet. Unfortunately, it'll be below the $2,000 mark, which is tough, but we're gonna move on and just wrap up the video. All right, so day 285 was another loss. It was $34. Again, not quite the 2% stop loss. It was like probably like 1.5% stop loss. So didn't lose as much of the bankroll as we could have using 4%. That's why I'm cutting the stop loss down. But gambling today, we lost $81 in gambling today. We lost 3 days, got 1 day of profit. So that's $81 down. Very tough, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand. Look at this streak here. This is where we started. Right here. This is, these days have been pretty tough. Throughout this whole thing here, we were down $30 since we went back to day 1 of the challenge and tried to replicate the same strategies. Down $30, which, realistically isn't terrible. It's like honestly pretty flat in 20 days. Being down $30 isn't the worst thing, right? But I was just trying to copy, something like this, dude. This is what's I think this would be 20 days right here. So we have 1 loss in 20 days. I was just trying to replicate the exact same bets, exact same games, exact same strategies, and 1 loss. And doing the same thing is not working out quite as well. So we must have just hit the craziest lucky streak ever in the beginning of the challenge. Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses. We only had 1 loss in that same time span at the beginning of the challenge. So yeah, I don't know, it's tough. I'm just trying to play it super safe, do what I can, drop in stop loss, playing safe strategies. Still not working as well as I hoped, but that's why I'm going to look into pivoting the challenge a little bit, trying to look for other avenues of getting some money, because yeah, gambling's just been toasting us, man. I mean, it's not really crushing us that bad. It's definitely hurting the bankroll. The bankroll's going up with like Bitcoin typically. I mean, Bitcoin's been fluctuating, but the bonuses are still like keeping the balance afloat. We only went $17 down on the entire bankroll in this episode, even though we lost $81 in gambling today. we only lost $17 on the actual bankroll because of sports betting, Bitcoin, bonuses. So it seems like gambling is like the thing that's actually hurting the balance the most. We're down almost $440 just from gambling alone. If we weren't gambling, we'd be up an extra $440 in the balance. I mean, I wouldn't be getting the bonuses and everything, I guess. So it is, I got to kind of take that into account. But you get my point, right? You get my point. This is why I'm looking into maybe pivoting the challenge a little bit. Just making gambling a little bit smaller portion. I think doing the stop loss a lot smaller does help mitigate the fluctuations from gambling because it won't be dropping as much, ideally, at least as quickly. I can still get a lot of losses, but it won't be happening like 4% drop, 4% drop, 4% drop. We're only doing like 2% now. Some of these aren't even fully 2%. Trying to cut them a little bit earlier too. Yeah, very, very bad luck today, just with the bet sizes. Like that last wheel strategy, there's a 20% loss chance. Out of 3 bets, we hit that 20% loss chance twice. It's pretty unlucky. But we're still rocking. We're still gonna keep pushing. We're still at that like $2,000 mark. Again, super flat. Coming down to our graph here, we have just been in this battle of the 2,000 mark, man. We can't break the 2,000s, but we'll get there eventually. I have faith. We're gonna keep doing the safe strategies. We're gonna keep the bankroll stop loss at 2%. And my exam's in 2 weeks, so after that, try to really work on cranking out some better strategies, like overall, not even just like gambling strategies, but better strategies for the bankroll, for the challenge, to really make success a more likely thing, right? I'm gonna try to look into different ways of making things more likely to happen. I already have some ideas. Like I said, we talked about this before a little bit. I'm not trying to go too in depth at the moment, but give me a couple weeks and then we'll start really trying to build things out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. It's honestly not terrible. Like, we've just been staying flat. It hasn't been going down, so we'll take it. As long as we are not going backwards as much, it's fine. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all your guys' support. Leave a comment with any thoughts or suggestions you guys have. I read every comment you guys post. Join the Discord if you're not in there already. Like the video, subscribe. I don't know if I already said that. There's some links in the description for some like free stocks and free Bitcoin and stuff to help you guys out. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.